renewal, we had already gone through. It helps you maintain your binary position and allows you to continually grow your business. It allows you to purchase at members pricing, because if you don't renew, even though you have IA, it's going to be deducted as retail, which really sucks. Okay. You want to continue to be able to promote your business and your products by creating royalty commissions and retail profits, and opportunity to create residual income for life. And as I covered just a minute ago, being in North America, it is so important to renew your business because, you know, for $194 renewal per year, you can get back tax benefits, which is like $3,000 to $9,000. So, you know, I didn't specialize in math, but I think that's a pretty big deal. And also your renewal will come with a renewal package that includes all your Glamo Pack stuff, like a new catalog, just more tools for you to promote your business properly. Okay, so moving on to monthly IA, right? So as I said before, it helps protect the cumulative group volume that you've already gotten, because that's what we're paid on. It also allows you to continually grow your sales volume as well. It allows you to build your inventory, so you can save up for you know, that special gift or the branding party inventory or investment pieces or that very special piece for yourself. It enables you to meet the requirements for weekly bonuses and commissions. So if you are, actually I don't know, yeah, they don't say it in this one, but basically if you are a diamond, but you're on 35 or 75 IA, so not correct IA, you don't make the full 8% or the $500. You actually make the level that you put IA in. So if you're a diamond and you put one at $35 per month, you're making $125, right? Oh, sorry. Really? My bad. I told you I'm medicated. Okay. So, and it also is an asset that will bring you long-term residual income, such as, like, you know, if you're paying your mortgage or paying your lease on your car, this is something that you must do if you want your business to grow and if you want residual income, and everybody should be doing it because it's for your own good. So as we know, every $6,250 in commissionable volume can pay you up to 8%, which is $500. Now, your monthly inventory account is so important because if everyone in your organization is doing this every month, 75% of it will actually flow up, right? So everyone benefits out of this. So, for example, as a diamond, $150 per month, you're actually $120 is flowing up, or 90 IA. Now we get paid weekly on both teams down to infinity, and we have all these occasions that we can actually use the IA for. Now, if any of you guys have seen me in the video, you know, I basically say my husband loves it because he does, right? Now he just buys from the account with the IA that he saves up, right? No more mall hopping, no more getting stuck in traffic, you know, all that kind of wonderful stuff, right? It's a great savings tool because if everyone had their own, like, very strong willpower to save up, in North America, like, the economy would not be as it is today, right? Now, talking about the seven-figure plan, the power of duplication, it's really simple because if you teach, you know, in this example, 5 people to save on IA every month or contribute IA every month, and they teach another 5, you'll see that very soon you know, 5 becomes 25, 25 becomes 125, 625, on and on and on. And if everyone is doing either 35, 75, or 150, you can actually see how powerful this is, right? You know, are you going to get $13,500 in a raise every year? How many hours would you have to work at that, right? Like, I've never gotten such a big raise. I'm going to get a severance package, but that's about it. And, you know, with the auto revenues, you can actually calculate very steadily how much residual income you're going to get, right? So the example on the bottom here, just 56 LCs on $150 monthly IA can actually earn you $500 per month residual income, right? $500 per month. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it actually goes a long way. Now, some very, very powerful stories. So this is Vicki Ford from St. Lucia, and she paid her IA for almost a year while accumulating $250,000 in sales volume. But she wasn't really active. But then one builder came in her personal leg and started building like crazy, and it has allowed her to earn thousands of dollars in weekly commission cycles, more than she had ever earned at any full-time job. Right? Very, very powerful. So the next one is us. Yeah, so Winnie and myself, we launched immediately after Renee had told us, had shown us the compensation plan, and we we didn't do anything for 9 months except pay the $150 per month, right? Because, you know, in the grand scheme of things, $150 a month, if you've been in direct sales, is actually peanuts, right? In my last company, I paid $350 a month on products that have expiry dates. If I don't eat it, if I don't sell it, it's just going to go down the toilet, right, literally. And I have products that are expired at home, and I'm like, oh, what can I do with them? So, you know, we paid $150 IA per month, right? We knew it was our savings, and we had the flexibility of using it for whatever we want, whenever we want. And 9 months later, we realized we had a team of 150 people in our organization. Like, that's how powerful this binary system is, right? And you know, we started working at it. We came out to learn. We came out to Bootcamp. We came out to all the tours. And within 2 months, we made $20,000 in commissions. But the most famous story of all that we have here at GWT is, you know, our first millionaire as well as top earner in the company, Reza Masgarlu, right, from Ottawa. And he paid IA for 3.5 years and had accumulated $7.5 million of volume, and then started building. Now, we thought 9 months was long, but 3.5 years, like, that's almost clinically dead, right? So within so within 27 months, after he woke up, right, he earned his first $1 million in this business, and that's how important it is to be on IA. So, I see Sean. I knew I read it somewhere. So once again, the importance of being on appropriate IA, as I mentioned before. If you're a diamond and you're $150 monthly IA, you actually accumulate your volume in all 3 business centers, okay? You know, you may only be building business center 1 right now, but business centers 2 and 3 are for the future. It's for future franchises, and it will make your life a heck of a lot easier. You get paid out on the level of IA that you're at. So if you're a diamond, but you only pay $75 or $35, you get paid at the $375 or $125 instead of the $500. Okay. So why would you want to do all that work, get to 6250, but paid less, right? Doesn't make sense. Also, your business development bonuses are also based on appropriate IA. So if you are a diamond and at 150, you get your 10% on first generation. But at 75 or 35, you're only getting 5% or 2.5%. And only $150 diamond will get you paid on your second generation, which is the 5%. It's very, very important. And this is like a very strong illustration of residual income versus what you would have in a savings account, right? So as I said before, maybe $100 or $200 or $50 a month residually doesn't seem like a lot, but it actually keeps coming in month after month, right? Now, if you had $500 coming in very steadily per month, that equates to $120,000 in your savings account. Who here has that amount of money right now saved up for retirement? I know I don't, at least not yet, right? Exactly. Okay, so this is a very, very amazing illustration. And so many people are hitting the 10K club right now, that equates to $2.4 million saved up in the bank. Okay, definitely, I don't know anybody that has that. Well, maybe Renee, maybe Sean, I don't know. So, that concludes my section. Does anyone have questions?
So I just want to add to that because I don't know if you guys knew who Mark Renewal was.
Yes.
It's actually did train with our CEO, and probably the most famous MLMer of all time. He actually created the course on network marketing. But anyhow, he did a training, I think it was 2007, basically called 15 Years Left. And he was basically saying if you don't have a business that generates you residual income, okay, or unless you have 10 million in the bank, right, you're basically saying there's not going to be any more middle class, it's going to be poor or rich, right? So again, when you look at this and you start talking about residual income and what it means, because let's face it, 95% after working for years still don't have $1 million saved, not even close to that. So, but in this business, we know people within 1 year, 2 years, earning $10,000 a month, right? So, which is simpler. This is the answer that can change all our lives, and we can help others do the same. So, stay on your IA
section, but we're just going to do very quick recognition. So, someone can help me hit the lights, or Glenn, can you just hit the lights? Okay, so how many people do we have? Are you going to recognize?
Well, we're going to recognize a couple, even if we don't have all the right things. We're still going to recognize them.
So do you want to do them first?
Yes, I'll do it first. So actually the first one I'm going to do, he always shows up on the webinars even at 6 a.m. in the morning. And it says 90% of success is just showing up. So last month we had Bootcamp. A lot of the people showed up. That's its own reward, but we had a little contest. We say, for showing up at Bootcamp, we need to have a little contest in Canada for all the people in the world, some of you in warm countries. I think in Haiti, the team in Haiti knows our ambassador Sean Singh loves his coffee, but in Canada, people love coffee, so we had a little contest for a $25 gift card, and Diplomat Barb Mon, who's going to be training later, she was our winner. So come on up, Barb. Get your $25 Tim Hortons card just for showing up at Bootcamp. Congratulations. Take a picture. Come on in. Well, you should be in the middle. You're the winner. There you go.
1, 2, go, Kurt. Yes, 1, 2, 3. One more. Thank you.
Okay, so we have a young couple that just achieved new level of leadership, although they've been taking leadership for several months now, from organizing to helping people, especially when it comes to taxes. So unfortunately, they just achieved that leadership, so we don't have their official documentation ready, but we definitely want to recognize them anyway. So our newest diplomats, Robert, Sandra Watterson, come on up. Congratulations. Thank you. So don't worry, you will get your pins and certificates.
There's a G on your head. One more. Thank you.
Awesome. Okay. Oh, I think she's in Montreal.
Oh, she is.
Yes. So we do have a new diplomat, Anna Mikova, but she's in Montreal, so congratulations, Anna. There's actually a boot camp in Montreal today. We'll make sure this gets down to Montreal so you can get it at the next boot camp there. Actually, I think I'll be at the next boot camp in Montreal, so in April. So now I'm going to turn this very special recognition over to our regional ambassador, Sarah.
Thanks, Sean. So we want to definitely recognize one of our newest regional ambassadors. He actually comes from my team, and I see him day in, day out at the showroom, and then heading over to Starbucks like multiple times. Extremely hard worker, and you know, this, like, we're really happy that we now have a place called home, so they don't have to spend oodles of money at Starbucks making them rich. Right? Here, you get tax benefits for buying the Super Pass, right? So, you know, want to welcome Jason Huang, our newest regional ambassador.
Well done. Well done. Sure. Just to get. Get fully armed as RA.
W on your head.
Okay, go ahead.
That's my last name. Sorry. Thank you.
Okay, one more right here. Thank you.
So along with all of his armed goodies, you know, he also qualifies for the luxury regional ambassador trip as well as the 2% profit sharing. Right? So amazing stuff. All right. So that concludes our recognition. So we're going to move on to the next part, and I'll Robert.
Ready? Are we still here?
Yeah.
They didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear them? I can't hear anybody overseas. Are you out there?
We can hear you. We can hear you loud and clear. Go
All
ahead.
right. Okay, perfect. We want to talk a little bit this afternoon about your whys. And we're going to bring up a young man who is 21 years old. At 21, why would we ask him? He's so young to explain his whys. He doesn't have them yet, does he? He hasn't been through the world. However, this young man, while in university, launched his VDM in 2012. He has a passion for financial literacy. He wants the financial literacy to be passed on to Generation Y. Why Generation Y? That's where he is. We want to make sure that people understand going forward that they don't have to wait till they're 60 to start planning their retirement. They don't have to wait till they're 45 to find out they've got 15 years. We want them to start now. In the short period of time that he's been around, like 21 years, a pretty young guy, he's been in the company since 2012 and generated over $100,000 in revenue in a single month through his VDMs in 15 countries. Very soon we're going to be announcing him as an ambassador, he says, and I trust him. I believe you very, very much, and I'm waiting for the day. Can you please help me bring up Sebastian? Thank you so much. No problem. Sebastian is my friend, I'm proud to be able to say, and one of the smartest gentlemen, especially for his age. I mean, you've got to give him credit.
Awesome. Yeah, so first off,
I like mine.
awesome. Well, Robert, thank you for lightening the mood. I love the remark about 21. I haven't seen the world yet. And, you know, as true as that might be, I saw it from my parents. What I mean by that is, you know, imagine every single day you wake up, and maybe it's 7:30 a.m. You wake up, you go down to your kitchen, you look for your mom, you look for your dad. They're not there. They're at work, right? Now, not work as in something they love, but something they hated. So I'd wake up every morning. I wouldn't see my parents in my kitchen. They'd be off at work. And then when they came home at night, it was 8:30 in the evening, sometimes 9:15. My dad does truck driving, goes to the USA and back. My mom was pretty much the one who ran the show at home because my dad was obviously on all these ventures, you know, all through North America. So when we talk about our why, we only have one slide here, and I really want to have fun with this. So there's only one slide, so don't worry about what's next. But just to give you a heads up, for those who feel comfortable, I will ask some people to share their why. And I know that if you guys are here today, you have a why. So everyone should want to share. If you didn't have a why, you wouldn't be here. Does anyone agree with that? Right? So one of my favorite trains, and it's really great how the boot camp's designed, it really progresses. We start for categories of distributorship, and now where we are here, it all flows well. Does everyone agree? Yes. So thank you to putting the slides together, Court and the organizers. And where I want to go with this is, you know how Sean talked about every single morning you need personal development, something positive. You know, you don't have to show your hands, but hopefully we do this. If not every day, then every other day. And one of the favorite trainers that Sean mentioned that I really encourage everyone to check out is Tony Robbins. Everyone's heard of Tony Robbins? Yeah. So one thing he says is that we only do things for two reasons. The first is to avoid pain, and the second is to seek pleasure. Let me give you some examples. So some of you might be here to avoid pain. Oh, if I don't go, my team's going to be mad at me. If I don't go, my upline will be mad at me, right? Or some might seek pleasure, meaning, you know what, I can't live another day at this job I hate because I'm going to hurt someone, right? I put that mildly. So right here on this slide, it's my 3 important reasons why I joined GWT. Does anyone know where this is from? Where can you find this? Next 30 days, exactly. And, you know, without this, nothing else works. You might agree, you might not, but I think this and tripod of belief is the most important. So a lot of people, because we're humans, have the same whys. Most people want to spend more time with their family. Does anyone have that why here? Now, it's not spending time. It's what do you want to do with that time? Is there anyone, let's say you got a big fat check for $1 million. Does anyone want to raise their hand what they do with their family if they got that check? Go ahead. Matt, go ahead. Where? Anywhere. Awesome. Anyone else?
I'll just jump in. Actually go down.
Hello, Toronto. We lost your audio again.
There we go. Okay.
Awesome. So the last thing that was said was that if people had the ability to do whatever they wanted and they had the financial freedom, they'd buy a house, they'd go on vacation, they'd go on cruises. Anyone else want to share? You guys are all here, so there's got to be something, right? Go ahead.
Pay off my mortgage.
Pay off the mortgage. Okay, great.
See if anybody in the world wants to share.
Does anyone in the world want to share what some of their whys are?
Yes, we have an OB saying retire my mom. And
So
we
she said she would
have
retire her mom.
and we have Nakish saying my wife is to have secure education trust for my kids.
Secure education trust.
For the kids.
Or their kids.
Yeah.
Did you want me to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. So, one thing that is true, and there's a really great video, it's called Why People Do What We Do. And it says people don't care what you do, people care why you do it. Right? So we may have the best products in the world, we may have the best pay plan in the world. Do you think your prospect really cares all that much about it? Now, they care about it, I'm not saying that, but is that what they value the most?
No.
They value why you're doing it. Because by you sharing, they're going to see their life through you. Now, I wanted to make a distinction because when I first started this business, so the distinction is an authentic why, meaning genuine, versus ingenuine. And the reason why I want to share this is because when I first started, I had a really kind of phony / inauthentic why. It's like, oh yeah, I want to make all this money and this and that, but people couldn't relate because it just sounded fake. Whereas if I really told them, and was honest that, look, I hated seeing my parents go to work every single day at jobs they hate, get sick. My parents haven't been on a vacation and since their honeymoon, which is 25 years ago. I didn't feel comfortable saying that. But I should have, because you know why? There was people in the audience who were in the same boat. But they couldn't relate to this guy talking about trying to make $1 million before his 30th birthday. Who is this clown, right? Could be a thought of theirs. So one thing that I wanted to do was I also wanted to go back to the mission statement in the tour of GWT. Because if you notice, the mission statement is another basic word for your why. Do you agree with that? Mission statement. Why did Ramin create the company? So, that's something that I now start to share was, he said, look, instead of me keeping all the money like the owner of Louis Vuitton, and he could, right? Ramin didn't have to do this. I'm sure he could have opened up but that wasn't his why. His why was to provide, people of all ages the opportunity to earn significant wealth, right? So by sharing that, what do you think that does?
Hello? Hello? Okay. Okay, we're back.
Okay, so the story I wanted to share that I love is about how you can never be too young or too old, and it's by Colonel Sanders. Has anyone ever had KFC? So you got to imagine this. This guy was 65 years old when he decided that he wanted to make the rest of his life the best of his life, technically, right? So 65 years old, this guy creates a chicken recipe, a fried chicken recipe. And what he does, and you can imagine, has anyone seen Colonel Sanders? Yeah. So this is a guy going restaurant to restaurant, right? And he's like, I have the best chicken recipe in the world. Tell you what, you don't have to pay me for it, but give me royalty income on all the chicken recipes you sell. And he would go to existing restaurant owners, and they say, dude, you're crazy, man. We have our own chicken recipe. Why the heck would I pay you? So can anyone guess how many restaurants he went to before someone said, I'm going to give this funky-looking dude a shot? If you know the answer, don't guess. Okay, 100? Anyone else?
1,000.
How many?
1,000.
1,000? You're close. Anyone else? I'll give you the answer. So he went to 1,009 restaurants before someone said yes. So that means if you just started the business, you have 1,009 no's to get to before you get to where you want to get to, right? So last thing I wanted to do is I wanted to call up people to share their why. I have two individuals who I know from my team would love to share their why, but if there's anyone else who would feel comfortable sharing, it is more than encouraged. And the first guy I'm going to call up is Tyler Cabral. Tyler is, just to give you some background, Tyler is also a young gentleman, works construction, and basically he found GWT a year and a half ago, and as he now knows by working with Robert, who is awesome at taxes, this concept of saving $3,000 to $9,000 is very, very true. So instead of me talking for Tyler, Tyler, why did you join?
Well,
oh, my bad.
So like it doesn't really matter, does it? Okay. So the reason why I joined GWT, basically just like Sebastian said, when I first got started, it was, oh, money and this and that. Just, you know, it wasn't as powerful as it should have been. But now it's grown so much. Obviously, I want that time freedom and, you know, be able to help my family wherever they are in Portugal, in the U.S., and throughout Canada, because my family's not wealthy, but they're doing pretty good. But I just want to make sure that they have, you know, comfortability and security, right? So from there, it actually grew even bigger than that. And the reason why is because I'm actually soon to be a father, and I got a child on the way in, let's say, less than a month now. So my why went from here to here because of that child, and I want to be able to provide for my son and do anything that he wants to do. I never want to hold back. I want to be there to basically see his first steps, you know, hear his first word, watch him score his first goal in soccer, because he's going to be playing soccer. And, you know, things like that, right? So that's when I really knew that that was my why. That's my motivation. That's what gets me up. That's what pushes me to, you know, do the things that I do at GWT, attend events, boot camps, whatever it is, tours, and, you know, make myself noticeable to people all over Facebook, things like that, right? So, yeah, and obviously the taxes, that's a big reason why. So, go ahead.
So, no, you can keep it, but okay. So, explain how much you got back and why Robert is so awesome.
Where's Robert? Oh, Robert, you're the man. So,
once you're for it, he's gonna kiss you.
yeah, run away. Yeah, so initially I am a Diamond member, and I've invested obviously the $3,099 to be a Diamond, and I got my shopping spree, all my products, and I obviously pay my $150 IA every month. So I am a business owner, and Robert did my taxes not too long ago, and I got $7,093 back. Woo! So, what does that tell you guys? My investment, I got back. My IA, I got back. My product was free.
When are you going to receive that money?
I already got it. So yeah, that's a little bit about my why, and honestly it could go on a lot longer, but we do have a strict time limit here. So
Well, thank you so much, Tyler.
no problem.
That was awesome. Thank you so much. One more person. How are we doing for time, by the way? I know usually we're okay. Okay, so I'll call up a couple more people.
I have people on the line who want to share that. So, but call them
Okay.
first.
Did you want to? Okay, so we're going to call up another person from my team, Matthew Witz, to share his why, and then maybe we'll do one or two more people from the audience, and then the rest online. How does that sound, Sean? Perfect.
Okay, how's everybody doing?
Good.
Good. One of my main reasons why was basically because I grew up not seeing my parents very often. They worked 12 hours a day commuting to Toronto, and then I started doing it when my daughter was born. So I look back at my life and I said to myself, is this what I want to do with my daughter? Do I want to be out of the house for anywhere between 9 to 15 hours a day and not spend that time with her? So Sebastian and another member of our team, Eddie, they came to me with GWT, and I said to myself, what is really the harm into trying this? And realistically, it was a win. No matter what, it was a win-win situation. I've been in the company for the last year now. I've kind of backed off for a little bit, and now I'm back in. And after noticing what Tyler just showed, or explained to us, and having a talk with Robert, it's a win-win situation. So basically my main reason of why was having that financial freedom and that time freedom to be with my daughter.
Awesome.
Sure. Any Sharon? So Sharon is going to share her why.
All right. Thank you, Sebastian. Hello, my name is Sharon. So, hi. So one of my whys is I want to have a great lifestyle for my partner. Okay, he comes from the trades. He knows what it feels like to have the life that a lot of our leaders are enjoying right now. He knows what it feels like to bring in $10,000 cleared in his pocket in a week. He knows what it feels like to come home with $250,000 in a year. He knows what it feels like to drive an M5. But when you lose it, because of course life changes, things happen, it hurts. And who gets to hear it? Hey! Who hears it? So I think, negative drivers are okay, right? Moving away from pain, as Sebastian said. If that's what gets you to move your butt to build this business, then okay. That's what moves me. And that's okay, right? And I hopefully, certainly, when he does achieve that, it's going to be a great life for his family, for his kids, because they're my why too. I want to see them inherit this business and live a great lifestyle. Okay, great.
Perfect. So we've got approximately 10 minutes, but before we go online, the people that have shared, did that even resonate, or does that sound similar as to why you guys got started?
Absolutely.
So if it sounds similar to why you guys got started, do you think it would be worth sharing this to people looking at GWT?
Absolutely.
Because that might be why they want to get started, right? So that was basically the whole point of this. And the reason why I said, where can you find this is the next 30 days. That training is designed to be done with your team in your first 24 hours, right? If you leave this blank, just keep an eye on how long those people stay around. But if it's one of the first things you take care of with your new member and hold them accountable to, in addition to everything they learn at the boot camps, then that will be your business partner for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and so on. So with that being said, I will pass it over to the online members end.
Yeah. Sherry should be there too. Are you there, Sherry?
Absolutely, I'm here. I hear a lot of whys, and from the room, I'm really impressed. And okay, let's start to share some whys from international members. And so we have, let me see where I start. We have a lot of fun people sharing here now. So we have Anson. Oh, okay. Anson, I would like to inform GWT family that Dominica is on and listening. We are not in one location. We are at at our individual homes. Thanks, Sean. So that's a thank you message. I'm sorry. Just want to look for the whys first. Okay. So we have Fina saying, here's my why. I have a local store over here in Nigeria, and it's doing very well. However, I find myself spending both my cost and profit from my store and sort out all around payments. Then that pays me a situation where I always have to get extra cash support to add every time I have to go on business trip and restock. So that's the traditional business that Fina was our regional ambassador Fina from Nigeria is in, and so her why is I always pray for another good source of income that I can stop spending all from my shop. And end up using the resourcing for extra. So this is her strong why. Basically, team, this is what a traditional business owner will feel her pain. As most of us may not know, but as traditional business owner, you probably know better. Where you spend money and all the headache you have to go through for the traditional business. So that's the reason why she found amazing source of income, which is global wealth trade, and she's building it very strong. So, and also, okay, here ends from Dominica saying her why: to support my family, including my mom and dad, and to have a quality time with my family, and to have a comfortable retirement plan to assist my church, and to help less fortunate people in her community. Great. Thank you, Anne. And we have OB saying my third why is to help all jobless people in my country. That's really good. Thank you so much. Vanessa saying hello everyone. Vanessa from Haiti. Congratulations for all the latest success you have. Amazing leadership over there. So Vanessa's why is one, my financial freedom, of course, and two, offer my kids and family an amazing life. Of course, help people in my country. Absolutely. And we have Choma saying my why is because I want to earn extra income. I was excited to find out this is possible to earn residual income. That's for sure. So this is a few people who share their why on with us, and so we are pretty much, yeah. That's okay. Anyone else?
Sherry.
Yes.
Anthony,
Hi.
Diplomat Anthony from Nigeria has his hand up.
Okay, please unmute him. He has an amazing story to share.
Okay, he has to unmute himself.
So Dr. Anthony, please unmute yourself, and so we can hear you. Sorry, Dr. Anthony, we cannot really hear you clear. Hello, Dr. Anthony? Can you try again, please?
Can you hear me?
I cannot really hear him very clear. Sean, can you hear him?
Hello?
If you can type it in, Sherry.
Maybe Anthony, would you please type it in so I can share on your behalf? Yeah. In the meantime, let's go to our RNR, Mr. Abdul Razak. Hello, Abdul Razak.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Sherry. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you very clear. Go ahead.
Awesome, awesome. Hi, Sean. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Abdur.
Awesome,
Hello.
awesome. Well, hi. Basically, my whys are similar to Vanessa's. My first why is, to assist my parents. They're getting older, and I want to provide them a very comfortable life, okay, in their old age. My second why is for my immediate family, my nuclear family, that's my wife, and our 3 beautiful daughters. So I want to make sure that, my parents, they're not the richest people in the world, but they provided a very great, lifestyle for me and my siblings. And I thought to myself, why not do better for my own for my own children and my wife? So basically, I go all out every single day to make sure that they have a very, very, fantastic lifestyle. And my third why is because I just, love to show people that they can be better, they can have much more than they have, and they can do, absolutely better than whatever they're doing currently. So that's my third why. I want to impact as many people as I can, directly and indirectly. Back to you, Sean. Sherry, I mean.
Thank you so much, Abdul Razak. You are inspirational, and we know you have done an amazing job in Nigeria, leading the meeting, the team duet. Thank you so much. So we have a couple more. Do we have time, or should we move on? Sean?
Yeah, read the last couple. I see Krisha and Dr. Anthony. So go ahead, read those 2.
Thank you so much. So Krisha basically saying my why is to have business so I can stand on my own 2 feet. And Felix saying to be financially free, looking good with GWT products, absolutely, and also help others to be financially free. Joy said financial freedom, fairness, and gain time freedom shortly, and of course time freedom and financial freedom is important. And Anthony saying give to okay, financial empowerment, the opportunity to bring others to the business who can improve their lives and doing big things for their family and community. Fire my boss. Okay, that's good, Dr. Anthony. And okay, we have John also said help others to do the same. Make GWT being financially free and help others to do the same, and be among millionaires of Haiti and around the world. Thank you, and congratulations to everyone who shared. This is so amazing. Thank you. Back to you, Sean. Hi, Sean. We cannot hear you now. So team, apparently we have another technical difficulties, but we are overcoming it. And as you can see, Sean and Sarah is working on it and try to make it work. For sure they will. Just be patient. Technology works for us, sometimes against us, and now it's for us again.
Can you hear Sherry?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Sherry,
Go
can you
ahead.
hear me? No.
Thank you. The camera is kind of blurry somehow. Maybe you want to turn it off and turn it back on again, Sean? Hi team, please try to speak and test the sound again. We cannot really hear you and listen and see you. So we know there are technical issues because of the internet, but make sure that we can overcome it. So we can see you and hear you. We don't want to miss any part of this training.
Even if you've heard something before, listen, because you will pick up something new. You will find better ways to say it, and you will listen to new and exciting trainers. The young lady I'd like to bring up right now to talk to us a little bit about target setting was with a very large financial firm when she was introduced to GWT in 2006. She saw the importance of getting a position in the company and being part of GWT right at the beginning. As soon as she saw it, she recognized it. And one of her dreams was to retire early. She wanted to retire early so that she could continue working. But instead of working for a job and a boss, she wanted to work and help people around the world, which she has been able to do with GWT. She did retire early in October 2009 from the position she was holding in the financial firm. She's traveled to Greece, Alberta, St. Martin many times. Montreal, with her GWT business, is now over 2,000 worldwide. One of our diplomats, she loves working with and helping people. She loves growing business, personally, professionally, and helping others with their business to grow them. That's amazing. She wanted to retire so she could help others. She wanted to go back to work to help others. How many companies can help you do that? Is that good or what? That's great. She's been recognized for her training, her mentoring, her leadership, and her phenomenal personality to help you to feel the same that she has in her mind, or in her belief. I'd like to introduce Marion Kazan.
Thank you, Rob, for those amazing words. It's my extreme pleasure to be here with you today. And I want to say a thank you to Sebastian for showing us the critical need or the importance of knowing your why. I think that's a very important piece of your business. In fact, the first thing. So it acts like your GPS in your car to keep you focused and moving forward in your business growth. The next step is to set some targets for your business. And we're going to look at, I'm not sure, the arrow at the bottom? Yeah. So these are some 3 questions you want to ask yourself. Doesn't matter if you're a new luxury consultant or if you've been in GWT business for a number of years. This is a step you should always be reviewing, perhaps on an annual basis. So if you haven't done it for this year, step back and consider how much do you want to earn and by when. Is it $500 a week? Is it $1,500 a month? Do you want to be part of the 10K club? By when? 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 3 years? It doesn't matter. Figure out what your targets are for your business. Then, how many hours per week? How many hours per month are you willing to work to earn this income, to earn this extra $1,500 every month? Only you know what your schedule is. Maybe you're like most of us who started this business and we had one of those JOBs, working full-time, 40 hours a week. So what's your free time? Is it the lunch break, evenings, weekends? Maybe you work shifts, so maybe it's mornings and weekends. Figure out what time you have, and then of that time, how many hours you're going to dedicate to your business to create that extra $1,500 every month, to become part of the 10K Club. Now, it may mean that you have to give up some of those things you like to do now. Maybe that 1 hour of Criminal Minds that you watch every night. Gone. Or maybe it's that Friday night out. Maybe you're going to have to give that up. Decide what is important for you and the hours that you're going to dedicate to your business. 2 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours a week. Whatever it is, this is your business. So it is your time and you need to work on building it. Then next is the time commitment you're willing to make to work these hours, to generate that income. We heard from Sarah this morning that being part of Global Wealth Trade as a luxury consultant is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not an overnight, I'm going to be in the 10K Club. This is a business that you can build to, yes, be part of the 10K Club, but it's going to take some of your time. So decide what it is that you can commit to your business. Then speak with your enroller. Tell your My5 what you're doing and where you're going. So you're armed now with your why. You've set some targets for your business, and now we want to look at how you're going to make that happen. The next is creating a culture in your method of operations. You probably, if you've watched the next 30 days, you probably remember this is part of the culture you want to create in your business. I've heard from my business partner in some of his presentations. Your Scaler, anybody heard of him? Money likes speed. So you want to create a culture of speed in your business to help you meet those targets that you just set. From day one that you launch your virtual designer mall, create that culture of speed. Set these goals. You're going to be diamond by when? Diplomat by when? Ambassador by when? What date are you going to be regional ambassador? Right down to global ambassador. And when is it that you are going to receive that first, and I said first, $1 million in your business? These are all really important goals for your business and your business growth. You can refer to the launch pad. Everybody seen the launch pad? Yes. Absolutely. It tells us how to achieve and move towards these steps in our business, gives you the details of what's involved, and shows you the benefits that you will receive as a result of getting there. So work with your My5. That's a dedicated group of people, business partners, that are there to help you whenever you need assistance. It's also important in anything you do in your business to track your activities. See how you're doing. Where is that GPS? Are you on? Are you getting close to your destination? So track down. My virtual designer launch date was. My first business call date was. First Tuesday webinar date. First Sunday webinar date. My first branding party date. My first business income date. Remember, you are in a business, and like any other business, it's important to set your targets and goals, know why you're there. It's also important to track your activities, to see how you're doing, and then you can make adjustments. You can tweak it as you need to keep you on track moving towards those goals. So all of us will have a very unique set of targets, a very unique set of whys, and you work with your business partners to create your business plan and keep you moving forward. Make sense? Yep. Now I want to take a minute and see if there's anybody here who is in a position that they'd like to share what their targets are. Sebastian, can I call on you? Come on up. You've all heard from Sebastian. And I know he has some pretty strong targets. Can you tell us about your target setting?
I'll tell you what, so I will, yes. I'll also tell you what happens if you don't set targets. You just kind of go in the motions. Right now I'm a diplomat. I'm really close to ambassador. In fact, I need one more diplomat, and that's almost halfway there. But this should have been done months ago. But it wasn't done because I didn't have anything to hold myself accountable. So one of the targets that I made was by May 31st, if I'm not an ambassador, so May 31st, I'm hoping there's 31 days in May, I have to double check. May 31st, 2015 is when I want to be an ambassador, and then by April of 2016, I'd like to be a regional ambassador.
Absolutely. And I know you're well on the way. Congratulations. Your method of operation needs to be all about setting those targets, knowing the dates, and then working with your support team to make it happen. As we just heard, sometimes life gets in the way, slows you down, there's bumps in the road. Procrastination hits all of us sometimes, but with your whys and your targets clearly detailed, it'll keep you on track and get you back focused and moving forward. Do we have anybody online that would like to share their targets? Sherry?
From Sherry. I just wanted to add on what Sebastian said as well, because
Yes, Marianne, we have a couple people have their hands up. Let me unmute one of our new RC. Can you hear me? Okay. We have one of our new LC all the way from California. He would like to share his target, I believe. Let me unmute him. Hi, Raul. Hello, Raul. Your line is unmuted on my side. Would you please unmute yourself?
Yes, unmute.
Go. Okay, good. Raul, go ahead. Please share with us your target.
Well, I'm happy to announce that I became a diplomat yesterday.
Wow! Congratulations!
On my first 29 days, so actually I did it before my 30 years. My 30 days, I mean. My 30 years. My 30 I'm sorry. I was excited, but I did it for my 30 days, and my new target is become ambassador before I go to Canada in July.
Wow, that's amazing! Congratulations! You just got started, and you're one of our actually I would say the first diplomat challenge winner all the way from California. So congratulations, and your target is good for July. So let's make it work.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raul. Good job. And we have John, John Wesley, and your lines are muted on my side. Please unmute yourself. Hello, John. Okay, we cannot really hear you. Let me see. Let's move to Nigeria again. Mr. Abdul Razak. Hold on. Okay. Hello, Abdul Razak. You are muted on our side. Do you have anything to share?
Can you hear me?
Hello, Abdul Razak.
Yes, Sherry, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead, please.
Awesome, awesome. First of all, I just want to say, in terms of target setting, it's very simple. If you don't have a plan to succeed, then then you have planned to fail. All right, so everybody needs to set a target. That said, my targets, I want to become a national ambassador in 2015, and I want to help as many people in my front line to become regional ambassadors this year, and definitely want to create many leaders here in Nigeria, and of course I want to impact the lives of so many people through this opportunity. So those are my targets. Yeah.
Thank you so much, and you are on your way. And as we all can see, and you set that target earlier, actually earlier this year, well, actually late last year, and you achieved it. You everything you say you do, and you're making it happen. Thank you so much, Abdulrazak. And we also have Fina, all the way from Nigeria, our regional ambassador, saying my target is to become national ambassador in August this year. So that's very clear. And Fina, congratulations for your targets. And I know you are on your way there too. And we also have Joy and Dr. Anthony like to share their targets. I don't know if we can mute. Okay, Joy. Let me see. Hello, Joy.
Hello.
Hello, Dr. Anthony.
Hello, Dr. Anthony. Hello, Sherry. Hello, everybody.
Yes, go ahead, please.
All right. Earlier in the year, talking about target sharing, we had the call where we set our targets for the year. And I stated my targets as launching 16 new VDMs this year, become a regional ambassador, and set the stage for national ambassador in 2016. Also set the target to help at least 10 of my team members become ambassadors, help at least 2 become regional ambassadors, and visit 5 countries to give many more people the opportunity to own part of this business and train and help them raise great teams and empower several people financially. All right, and then also to make personal retail sales of at least $10,000 in a month. And so basically, I think on that call, we're told that we'll hold each other accountable. We'll have sessions where we'll interact and see how far we're going with our
Sherry,
goals.
we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear him. It's a lot
Yes,
loud.
thank you. That was.
Yeah, I can't hear you, but maybe you want to speak a little bit closer to your mic and make it more clear.
Okay, can you hear me better now?
I can hear, but Marian, can you hear from Toronto?
We can hear at this end, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're hearing well.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so as far as launching the malls goes, already close to the 16-6 plan, become regional ambassador, setting that up seriously. So in the next couple of months, we'll be hitting that. And then motivating 10 of my members to become ambassadors. Currently working on about 4 persons who are working towards that seriously right now. We were able to replicate Diplomat Challenge winners in our team. Also visit 5 countries to give more people the opportunity of being part of the business. Already we've done 2 countries. We're in Ghana in January. We visited Texas also in January. And then we'll be in South Africa in April. All right. And then be making monthly personality sales of at least $10,000 a month. And so glad this month we're able to do over $12,000 in retail sales. Sold my first very much. So excited about that. Really, really wonderful. And setting targets has absolutely helped. Has kept me on my toes and made me to stay focused and not lose sight of the goal. You know, so really, really very excited to be on the trainings. Every time we have a training, it has really motivated and inspired me. Thank you so very much. Yeah. Back to you, Sherry and Mario.
Thank you so much, Dr. Anthony and Joy. You guys are truly amazing, leading by example and setting very clear targets. That's very, very important for our business. You know, you have everything that's you write it down and you're following it and make it happen. So thank you for sharing with us. Back to you, Mariam.
Oh, there we go.
Hello, Sean and Sarah. We cannot really hear you again. Are you dialing back?
Sherry?
Yes, hi.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah, but not as loud. And a lot of feedback.
Yeah, because I just called in one second. So it's our first boot camp here, so we're just getting the Wi-Fi issues sorted out. Can you hear us now, Sherry?
Now we can hear you very clear. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. All right, so I just wanted to add before I turn it back to Marion, but again, the reason you want to share your targets, you know, when you're in an environment like this, you heard Abdul was that time about he shared on the leaders call at the beginning of the year. You know, it's all the top leaders rising to success. They share their targets in public. And I remember when I was in Haiti, I was saying one reason you're seeing the success of Haiti now because the first person who actually shared their targets on our January call was our diplomat Vanessa in Haiti. So, you know, when you step out of that comfort zone and you put yourself out there, again, everybody's here to support you to success, but somehow when you put it out in the universe, then, you know, the universe will start to make things happen. I'll pass it back to you, Mary.
Absolutely, thank you. And to that point, I just wanted to say, you're building a business with your team. Your team is looking to you. They're watching what you're doing to build their business. So it's important to use the tools to create that culture of speed, to set your targets and goals for your business, because your team will do what you do, and together you can enjoy much success that you've mapped out on your GPS, right? So it's been my pleasure, and now I'm going to turn it back to our host, Rob.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to listen. Just as a quick note on the exact same subject, we sat on New Year's Day in Brampton and mapped out some plans. And Sandy and I had set down our plans, and our first goal for 2015 was to be diplomat before the 9th of April. She forgot all about that, didn't she? She doesn't even remember setting that goal. We made it 3 weeks early, and it came completely out of the sky. It was a complete surprise to us that all of a sudden it was there. So it happens. Plan it, and it will come. So we want to move on to our next subject. I guess I can do that. Our memory jogger. We're going to talk about memory jogger and Hotshot 7. Now we have a very interesting young lady to speak to us today. This lady has been with the company for over 6 years. She joined the company because she listened to a radio show. How many of you have people join the company because of a radio show? That's amazing. But she was so impressed with the company being Canadian that she wanted, and with the Canadian quality of the company and the exclusivity and the income potential, that she had to become part of it. Her focus has been on both retail and team expansion. She enjoys participating in trade shows, branding parties. Barbara is an amazing student and powerful support for her team. She loves helping her team move forward because, because Barbara knows there's only 2 directions you can go, and there's only one direction we're moving. Please give a warm welcome to Barbara Mond. I think it's working.
Okay.
No promises.
Thank you, Robert, for those kind words of introduction. And hello to fellow LCs here and to all of our consultants from around the world. It's great that you're able to join us today. What I'm going to be speaking to you about is really a key element in the foundation of your business. And we've heard Ramin, our CEO, say many, many times, the lifeblood of your organization is the new blood, new members, new people you meet, new connections that you make. And another phrase that I've often heard too is the money is in the list, the list. So one of the things that you want to do first is really have a brainstorming session. And what this means is you're just thinking about names, people, and you want to jot those down on a special little book or special little notebook that you may have. When I first encountered this was actually back in 2009 when I went to a conference in Edmonton. And Ramin, I think that was maybe his second training that he did on the forensic networker. And when you attend the forensic networker workshop in July, you will get a lot of these forensic tools to take away with you, I'm sure. But at that time when I was, he had us do the little exercise of jotting down names. So I didn't quite make the 100, it came up with 77. But at that time too, I didn't have a smartphone with a contact list on it and didn't have the social media and access to friends and connections that we might have made there. So when you're doing this, you don't want to think about, oh, I don't know their phone number, I don't know their address, where are they living now? That's not important. It's just getting the name, excuse me, the name down. And you don't want to prejudge. You just never know, as Robert just alluded to, you never know when you're going to meet that person that wants to join you in the business, and you don't really know exactly how they're going to do either. You may say, oh, Jim, he just would be the greatest person. I think we would work really well together. It's really important that I talk to him. He's going to really be successful. And then you might find that Jim comes in and gets all excited, but then you don't hear from him for a long time. And maybe there's Susan out there that you've met, or she's a neighbor. And then you go, she's not really too entrepreneurial. She's not overly social. I'm not just sure that this business is really for her. But she might surprise you. She pulls out all the stops, and she really does well and helps become part of your team and becomes an active member in the business. So that's really important, not to prejudge. So you want to continue to build your circle of connections, your circle of influence. So it's starting with some of the memory joggers here. Who do I know? There's obviously our warm market, our friends, our family, our neighbors. But, you know, we have to go back to who are my friends from school? Who are my friends when I lived in another city? Who are my neighbors then? So continue to go backwards. Who did I work with at a previous job? Who am I working with now? What are the social clubs and connections you've made? Your church family. What professionals do I have contact with? Your dentist, your dental hygienist, the doctor, the lawyer, your podiatrist, and people that maybe we need for services in our home, such as the appliance repairman, the carpet cleaner, the plumber, the electrician, the landscaper. So all of those people, and I can really remember engaging in conversation a few times with people who have come to clean my carpet. It's kind of, in follow-up it didn't work out, but it was interesting having that conversation, learning what their whys were, or what their wants were, and where they were at with their life, and what maybe their goals were for their life. Other business owners, who do I use in my communities? What businesses do I connect with? My local florist, where do I get my hair done? Where do I go for my manicure? Where do I get my clothes dry cleaned? So if your bank that you go to, if you're frequenting the same places, we can use that form approach. And so gradually over time, you get to make a deeper connection with these people. And then you can follow up and perhaps introduce them to the business later on. For those of us with children or grandchildren, what connection do we have with schools, with daycare, maybe with sports, either ourselves engaging or going to the gym, right? Or engaging in playing soccer or basketball, badminton, tennis, whatever we're into or whatever our children are into. I had a great circle of people that I knew when my children were into lots of different sports. And the same thing with school. Again, local businesses, I've kind of referred to that. Other MLM distributors, where do you meet them? Trade shows, business networking events, meetup groups, referral quests, maybe even at a personal development seminar or workshop. Millionaire Mindset. We've got people there with a like-minded thinking, people that are looking for, have a big vision, have a why. That's a great place to just make connections. People are there looking for something. So once we've got that initial 100 down, we want to kind of go back through that list, and we want to think about people that maybe share our beliefs, our values, people that we maybe have a positive feeling, positive relationship with, and those are people that we really would want to invite and enjoy having as a business partner. So those are people that we want to contact first. And so if we go back to thinking about what we've been trained in terms of approaches to use, it might be, hey Sarah, I have a favor to ask, or I want you to help me. I have been meaning to talk to you about this business idea that I'm really excited about it. Can we meet on Wednesday or Thursday at 7 o'clock for coffee? So then you might go on to do the 5-minute napkin presentation, or you might go on to do the full tour, whatever works out in that situation, and then follow up, continue to follow up with them. So once you've contacted and met with all of those 7 people, then you want to go back to your list and look for the next 7 and do the same with them. Ultimately, we want to get up to a minimum of 250. Now we heard someone mentioned that we need to, if you're going full-time, you need to think about getting 1,000 people, but let's get the 250 first. So what we want you to do right now is just quickly take a few minutes on a piece of paper and just jot down immediately who you think would be your hot 7 at this time. That's going to keep evolving and revolving. And then see how many other names that you can write down as well. And maybe for those of you online, you can do that for us too.
Give them about 5 minutes to write down many names.
So the clock will be counting down here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Do your brainstorming.
Go back.
Then they can.
Oh, for the memory jogger, sure. Thank you.
Yell them out.
Okay, family, friends, neighbors, co-workers, social organizations, volunteer organizations that you're associated with, church groups, professionals that you deal with, tradespeople, the local businesses, the local drugstore, the pharmacy, that's another one. The bank, I tend to go to the tellers versus using my ATM. It's my idea there that I get to see the same teller and gradually get to make a connection with them. Sports, schools, other network marketers, direct salespeople, any organizations whatsoever that you have any contact with. Old friends, new friends. People that you went to school with. What are they doing now? How has their life turned out? Are they looking for something to get excited about, some other part-time business to get involved in? Maybe they have a vision and some goals, they have some wants, they want to change their life. every time we go out, and whether it's on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a monthly basis, we're always continually meeting new people. We can make new connections. There's so many different events that we can attend and continue to expand and build our list. Are the thinking caps on? Just names, just names. Your phone contact list. Your email list. Things that you can check on the computer. Your social media friends. How many minutes left, Robert?
We should be just about done.
Okay, you got 1 minute left. You let me know we're at 0. Okay. Okay, our time is up. So I'm curious how many names some people got jotted down quickly in that short period of time. Does anybody want to volunteer? 42. Great, 42 in 5 minutes. Way to go. Wow, you're a fast writer. And quick thinker. That's good. Anyone else? Can anybody top 42? Even if you got 10 or 15 names, I mean, even that's great. How about online? How many names did we get jotted down? And did we get our top 7 hotshots? Sherry, can you hear?
Yes, hi. Give me 1 second. We need to give people time to. We just need to give people time to type it in. I think they are so excited to write down their names now. So
good, good.
We have OB saying 10 names so far.
Great, great.
Yes, please. Anyone else? If if you like, just write down the numbers and how many names you put down. Feel free to share with us.
I think you're going to be the winner here.
Yeah.
Every name is important.
John Wesley and Haiti actually wrote all his names in the list. So.
Oh my goodness! Wow, way to go! That's a lot of typing. Thank you, John. My goodness, that's amazing. Okay, so this is something that we need to do on an ongoing basis is, even though we're continually adding to that list, it's reviewing that list again and picking out the key people, put a red dot beside their name perhaps, that you really want to contact first, and then continue to follow up, continue to build that list. As we said, it starts with whom you already know, and then you connect with people through social media, email blasts, advertising, branding parties. And I also want to add, when I talked about events you can go to, like there is wedding shows, there's trade shows, there's home shows, there's garden shows, there's adventure shows, there's sports shows, there's boat shows. There's just you know, festivals. There's so many different places that you can go. Like I was just at a outdoor adventure show recently, and I met a young lady from Dominica that I'm following up with. So you just, you never know where that conversation is going to take you. So make a point of stopping and connecting at their booth, talking with those people. It's not to talk about your business. It's just to make a memorable connection. And then get their business cards, and then find out what the best number is to contact them at, and then follow up with them later and get to know them more. And then you can go from there in terms of sharing the business with them. So I've gotten a message that my time is up, so I thank you very much for doing that, and all the best of success in continuing to build your list. Remember, it is the lifeblood of your organization. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you. Hopefully everybody continues to work on your list. There is no time frame for you to personally work on your list, of course, but work on it, as you said, all the time. Continue.